All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Will Klaus, and today I'm going to be taking you through my lifelong learning journey map project. So, just kind of looking at a table of contents real quick. We're going to go through my first personal goal, my first professional goal, my first and then second academic goal, my second professional goal, and then round it out with my last personal goal. So, my first personal goal is to consistently exercise. And why do I want to learn this? And what am I going to learn? Basically, I really want to get more into nutrition. I think it's a really good way to feel better and just overall live a healthier lifestyle. That's something I've kind of been trying to do in college, and I want to continue on throughout my life. And I'm going to get there by dedicating a lot more time to doing research, maybe taking advantage of resources like personal trainers. I currently have worked with apps like MyFitnessPal and things like that. And then in terms of potential roadblocks, a lot of times I find myself getting really busy. So finding the time to do that research and then actually get into the gym as well, those are things that might come up. And so some of the things I might collect to kind of record performance on this is just kind of record like, am I hitting my target heart rate consistently? Using my Apple Watch to make sure I'm burning enough calories every day. Maybe measuring how strong I am by how much I can lift in different types of weightlifting. Things like that, I think, are all good ways to kind of reflect on the ways that I've grown with my personal fitness journey. So that takes us into my first professional goal. And so then that's going to be to have summer internships. So I really, in these internships, I want to learn all about transferable skills, both hard and soft. So things like professional communication and leadership, but also things like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, things like that. And so the way I'm going to get there is I got to research all these positions in companies. On the right, the pictures from a PwC office, PricewaterhouseCoopers. That's one of the internships I'm applying to right now. Networking is really important. So I've found myself meeting with a lot of recruiters, talking to a lot of hiring managers, people like that, and then really taking the time to sit down and put a lot of effort into these applications. Um, and kind of throughout all this, some of the resources I'll use is I want to take advantage of Eller's career coaches as well as our extensive alumni network. At our last career fair, I talked to several alumni. And in previous interviews, I've actually had University of Arizona alumni interview me, so I know that they're really great resources overall. Some potential roadblocks might be obviously rejections. So, you apply to a lot of internships and you're not going to get them all, and then budget restrictions. So, if I get offered an internship that doesn't pay as much as I'd like, if I have to relocate cities, that could potentially be a problem for me and a reason why I might choose a different internship. And then some of the learning artifacts I might collect. So in these internships, you obviously do a lot of projects. So I might do that as well as people always talk about kind of keeping an email folder filled with accomplishments and just kind of good jobs and things like that. I think those would be really good ways to kind of reflect on my journey as a professional. And so then continuing on, so that's all during college, and then kind of rounding out undergrad, graduating with honors. That's a big thing for me. Because I think this is a way to really emphasize everything that I've learned throughout my education, whether it be through my honors courses or my thesis. So, what am I going to learn about really? So, a lot about study habits and time management, because obviously graduating with honors presents a lot of challenges, and this is all about managing those. And so, the way I'm going to get there is to continue to be disciplined. So far in college, I found a lot of really good academic success, and I really just want to continue with that. I think that's what it's all about. And then in terms of resources that I can use, so professors, tutors, TAs, all those people have office hours. So if I'm ever struggling or want to go a little bit further in depth with something, those are all great people I can meet with. And then in terms of roadblocks, obviously academic burnout's a big one. Especially around times like midterms and finals. It can be a lot, but really just pushing through is my goal there. And so then some of the learning artifacts I can do is continuing doing what we've been doing University 301, where we collect assignments that we can really look back at past projects and say, okay, what did I learn? What did I gain? Things like that. That takes me to my next past undergraduate thing, which would be obtain a graduate degree. I'm not sure exactly what I would like to do right now. So what am I going to learn about? Really, my degree program. So that might consist of accounting or law, maybe a combination of both with an LLMs, things like that. And then in terms of how I'm going to get there, it's going to require a lot of exams. So obviously, entrance exams like the LSAT. Otherwise, things like the CPA or the bar in order to be certified in my respective field. So some of the resources I'm going to use to be successful with all this is admissions reps and professionals. So obviously, you have to get into these programs. So talking with their admissions people is important, and then professionals in the field can also advise you. And then potential roadblocks. Once again, a lot of rejections. This is a highly competitive field, whether it be law or accounting. So you have to learn to take no as an answer and take failure as something to learn from. And then learning artifacts. So obviously the skills you learn all the way, as well as any additional certifications or programs that you can complete. So for my next professional goal, become a partner. So later on in my career, I know that I want to advance to a point where if I'm at an accounting firm, a law firm, whatever it might be, I rise to be a partner. And so really what I need to learn is I need to learn to be a leader. That is how you become successful in a position like this. How will I get there? Working hard in internships, school, and prior jobs. What resources will I use? My coworkers, my teams, as well as the current management, really finding mentors and things like that. I've found success already with that, and I think that would be great in the future. Potential roadblocks, work-life balance. That's a really big thing for me, and I'm afraid of the one thing is that being a partner requires a lot of work, and you just have to make sure there's still time for family. And so, in terms of learning artifacts, really, so accomplishments, so things like once again saving those emails, and then if I've helped people, like in pro bono cases, maybe having photos or articles or something like that that I can have to remember it. And then lastly, my second big personal goal is obviously I'm a busy person. I try and do as much as I can. I want to spend time with my family. And this is all about learning about time management so that I have time to be with the people who I really want to be with. And the way I'll get there is by making manageable small goals, things more in the short term, setting aside evenings, weekends, things like that. In terms of resources, I've found a lot of success with online calendars and planners, and I'll continue to use those. Potential work roadblocks are obviously work burnout, so things like that can get in the way. And then what learning artifacts can I collect? Definitely family trips, pictures, whether it be just of my family or from those trips. This is my family, my freshman year during family weekend. Um, but yeah, so thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my report and reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you so much.